Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the complex world of business filings. And today we're looking at TScan Therapeutics. And folks, it seems like they've got a new captain steering the accounting ship. Alright, so what's the big news from our friends at TScan Therapeutics? Well, it looks like they've made a change in who's officially watching the company's books, meaning who's keeping track of all the money coming in and going out. This is a pretty important role. It's like the chief bean counter, the person making sure everything adds up. And on August 14th last year, they brought in a new person for this job, Leiden Dworak. He's now taking over as the principal accounting officer. This means the previous guy, Jason Ayamello, who was doing this job while also being the chief financial officer, is stepping down from just the accounting officer, This means the previous guy, Jason Ayamello, who was doing this job while also being the chief financial officer, is stepping down from just the accounting officer. This means the previous guy, Jason Ayamello, who was doing this job while also being the chief financial officer, is stepping down from just the accounting officer. This means the previous guy, Jason Ayamello, who was doing this job while also being the chief financial officer, is stepping down from just the accounting officer. This means the previous guy, Jason Ayamello, who was doing this job, while also being the chief financial officer, is stepping down from just the accounting officer part, but he's still the CFO, the main financial guy. Let's talk about Mr. Dworak now. He's 41 years old and he's not exactly new to TScan. He's been their vice president of finance since April of 2022. Before this, he actually held the principal accounting officer role for a bit too, from July 23 to January 2024. So he knows the ropes. He brings a good amount of experience to the table, 17 years, in fact, all focused on setting up the financial systems for companies that work in biotech and life sciences. This is crucial because these industries are super complex with lots of research and development costs. Before TScan, he had a big role at AviurB.io Inc., where he was in charge of financial planning and making sure the business operations ran smoothly. His job there was all about building the financial backbone and creating processes for things like yearly budget strategic plans and how the company reported its financial health. And get this, he also spent time at Moderna, a name most of us know very well. There he was a director of financial planning and analysis. He was a key player working with different treatment areas and even helped lead the finances for their global vaccine business. That's some serious big league experience. Academically, he's got an MBA from Indiana University, which is a solid business degree. Now, usually for these kinds of reports, we look for any potential conflicts of interest. The filing here says there are no family ties between Mr. Dworak and other top brass at TScan, and importantly, no special deals or transactions between him and the company that they'd need to flag as a conflict. This is good. It means his appointment seems pretty straightforward from a governance perspective. So they're appointing a new accounting officer. That's the main event here, but let's quickly peek at how their stock is doing. TScan Therapeutics common stock trades on the Nasdaq under the symbol TCRX. It's pretty small stuff in terms of their voting common stock, $0 one par value per share. And here's a little detail for you. TScan has checked the box saying they are an emerging growth company. This basically means they can take advantage of some relaxed reporting rules for a certain period after they go public. This whole filing is about the appointment of a key officer, and it falls under item 5002, which is typically where companies announce changes in their top leadership. And finally, the signature here is from Gavin MacBeath, the Chief Executive Officer, dated August 20th, 25. This just means the very top boss is signing off on this official change, which makes sense. So looking at this filing, it's really all about a personnel change at the top of the accounting department. TScan Therapeutics has brought in Leiden Dworak as their principal accounting officer. This is important because it shows they are building out their team and clearly defining roles as they grow. Mr. Dworak has a strong background in finance, especially within the biotech sector, and he's even worked at Moderna, which is a huge name. This suggests that TScan is focused on having competent financial oversight as they navigate the complex world of developing new therapies. There aren't any major financial numbers in this particular filing to dissect, but a solid accounting officer as foundational for good financial reporting and investor confidence. What's my take? Well, a company's financial health and how it's reported are paramount for investors, bringing in someone with experience like Mr. Dworak especially. From a company like Moderna suggests a serious approach to financial leadership. This is a good sign for TScan's direction as they appear to be strengthening their operational and financial framework. Now to see how these financial structures translate into actual company performance, that's what the next filings will tell us. Alright, that's our look at TScan Therapeutics' latest update. What are your thoughts on these leadership changes? Do you think this signals stability for the company? Let me know in the comments below if you found this breakdown helpful. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more corporate intelligence. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for more discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Decode.